therapy in it, but like I had to like open up that I actually like was depressed, like because obviously when the whole YouTube thing happened, like I don't know, I just fell into like a deep place where I didn't want to do nothing, like, I didn't want to move or wake up, and I just had to like pull myself together and think, no, like what am I doing? All of this can go by tomorrow, and I wouldn't even, like, what would I do then?
Tell him what I go on like mix up, got there. I ain't got time for your mix up, got there. What these boys wanna see my body?
Hi guys, Lee Sims back on our Bang for Head Top, and I'm back.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey.
For those of you that do not know, I actually had Lee Sims on my channel last year, and it was almost the start of like my mix up gade, where I was just bringing a content creator on and like asking her questions, because at the time she was going through it on social media. Let's talk about your journey on social media now. What made you decide that you wanted to start doing YouTube?
Obviously, we're in secondary school. I wasn't really like popular. I was really like to myself. I was a nerd, guys. Okay, at least I'm unique. Yeah, and I just wanted to reinvent myself. You know, can't when like have new friends and all. And I met my cousin, and then met the YouTubers. I was like, come on.
At what point did you like start to consider yourself as a YouTuber?
Probably when I got noticed.
Like in the streets and stuff? Okay.
I was gassed. Ray, I think you was there, like, Ray's background guy.
The pictures.
I was there, like, fans were like, oh my god, you're Lisa's, can I get a pic? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm Lisa's. I'm Lisa's, guys.
How was the reception from like family when you decided to like start YouTube? Did they take it seriously? Like,
I think they did. Like, my siblings were very excited, or like raw, like, because they were getting like, yeah, so this is Lisa, and like, yeah. So like, everyone was quite proud of me for doing that. My mum was like, yeah, as long as you do foolishness, you're good. It's like, yeah, everyone liked it, you know.
do you feel like you've had to mature a lot quicker than like a normal teenager?
Of course, because like you're in the public eye, so like you can't do certain things because people would be like, what are you doing? Like, like when like obviously I used to beef a lot or problematic, yeah. And obviously everyone's younger than me, so they'd be like, you're 18, why are you beefing a young girl? Like, chill out, yeah, because it was you do the same thing, you get me? But no, I actually think I did, because I can't do certain things on socials.
How does it make you feel that you have to kind of filter down who you are because it can be misinterpreted?
It's a bit annoying, I'll be real. It's the downside of being an influencer. Like, you have to just get on with it. You know what I mean? You just have to do it because you're an influencer. Okay,
so let's talk about like your like collaborating and your relationship with the other like female YouTubers. How was it like initially for you when it came to like meeting the other girls and collaborating? Did you find it difficult?
Obviously, I didn't, in the beginning, I didn't really collab with any other females.
It was mainly boys.
It was mainly boys because, girls don't like me. You know what I mean? But like, obviously now I've started doing that. And like, I'll be real, like, I kind of do find it a bit weird. I'm not used to it. I don't know. I'm getting used to it though.
Would you say you're a tomboy?
Yeah. I say I'm.
Do you think that's why you get along with the boys?
Yeah,
more?
like the boys always say to me, yeah, I have the mindset of them.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be like, yeah, you're actually at the female man then, because I don't have the mindset. Like, obviously the girls on their grind, but like I don't have the same mindset. Like, I just think differently. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
So I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Like, now I'm getting used to filming with the girls.
Listen, it's all about adapting.
Yeah, I'm getting used to it because I never really had female friends. I've always been around boys.
With you having a lot of male friends, did you get those comments like, oh, you're a hoe? Or...
Yeah. When I got them comments, the comment used to get on my nerves is you've been ranting the man them, because I was always with the man them, yeah? So like, that would piss me off because I'd be like, no, that's not, I just get along with the boys, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not adapting, like, you don't have to just be with someone to be chilling with them, do you know what I mean? Like, not every, like, no. I mean, what kind of pissed me off, people still don't say it to this day, do you know what I mean?
Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of like other YouTubers and like content creators that go through the same thing, so don't think that...
Yeah, no, I know it's not just me, but like, I don't know how, like, I just have to ignore it because I know I'm not doing it. So why do I have to pay attention to the people thinking I'm doing these things?
We're going to go back a bit to the controversial
side of Lee.
Lee, yeah? And obviously there was a time where people was like labeling you as problematic and misunderstood and whatever. And I feel like, just like me, you was riding your emotions. Whatever you was feeling in that moment, you would have act it out, you would speak on it. I personally don't have an issue with somebody being outspoken. I've learned that, like, content creators, every content creator is different. But what we tend to do is expect everybody's like reaction or response to be the same. So when I was watching you, I never once like judged you and thought, wow, what's wrong with this girl? Like, why is she... everybody, you're just going through it, and you have to go through it to get through it. If that makes sense. When you was going through your controversial stage, and people was labeling you as problematic, and when you would be in somebody's video, like the comments against you wouldn't be nice. And then what made you decide to take your break? Because you took a long break. Yeah,
that full-on break was needed. Obviously, that the comments that usually. I think it's because it was like 5 straight months of hate, like nothing else, just, oh, we hate Leeson, we hate Leeson. So like, I was just like, maybe the scene would just be way easier if I just weren't here. But that wasn't the case, because, you know, the scene was cooked and dry. But obviously I was like, no, let me just leave everyone, because everyone's saying, nah, leave, we don't need you, leave, leave, quit YouTube. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll quit. Let's see how long I'll quit for, but I'll quit and see if you don't get tired.
But in that moment when you was on your break, didn't you ever think like, I started this because I genuinely wanted to do it? Like, what was going through your head?
Obviously, I started it because I really wanted to do it, but like, I feel like then the supporters and the comments just like ruined it.
Yeah.
They just ruined
the pressure.
Yeah, like the pressure. I was just like, I can't upload anything without getting yourself, or oh, why you so problematic. So I was just like, let me just not do it anymore then, because obviously I'm not good at what I'm doing, which is why you guys are always nagging at me for like everything I do. So I was like, let me just not do it, and it hurt not to do it, but like I had to.
Do you feel like you needed that break?
Yeah, I feel like I did still. I feel like I was losing myself a bit.
You were getting lost in the YouTube
I was getting too out, and it was consuming too much of my time. Like, as soon as I post something, I think, oh, what's this person gonna say, or what's this YouTuber gonna think? Now I don't think of that. Oh, I just think, if you don't like it, okay.
Would you say social media has impacted your confidence for good or for bad? Like, how has it been?
No, I feel like for bad. I'll be real, but now like everyone's like, oh my god, you're so pretty. But 5 seconds ago I was buzzed. 5 seconds ago, I like for.
But does that matter? Does that matter to you? Does it matter to you? Out of 100%.
Yeah, it matters sometimes.
What
like,
percentage? What percentage does it matter? Like
maybe like 60. Like, no, it does hurt. Like when you get comments like that, you're like at one point I thought I was actually ugly. I was like flipping out. Like maybe I just am, like, do you know, some days I do feel like maybe I just am, but like I just gotta ignore, because I was made like this. What am I gonna do? I can't change it.
When you decided to jump back on and be consistent, how was that received?
When I came back on, I got the most love, and I was surprised. I was like, wait, what?
But you do realise that social media is fickle. Like,
it was so quick for everyone to switch.
Nothing lasts forever. Do you get what I mean?
But I thought it was gonna last forever. I thought like the hate, because it lasted for like 5 months.
Do you know what it is? It's like, say something happens, if you keep addressing it, or if you keep responding to it, it's gonna keep going. Yeah. So if you ignore it, okay, alright, but they're gonna eventually stop. Do you get what I mean? There might be like one comment, but it will never be at the magnitude that it was.
Impact, yeah.
So social media is fickle. Like, they care about it in the moment, but then eventually they get over it, because
I just thought it was never gonna end. Like when I came back, I was so shook. Like I was sitting there with my video, I was like, I'm actually gonna post this. Like, what are all of you gonna say? I'm scared. And I posted it, and I saw them comments. I was gassed. I was like, wait, what? They're actually like, yes, Leeson is back. I was like, yeah, one's back. I was gassed.
Good.
I was happy.
Did your family like understand that like you can actually make money from YouTube? Like, what was that like?
My family was like quite happy, because obviously when I had my break, for my break I had the little situation. I got a lot of, you know, peas of that, you know. So obviously when I came back and I got like that YouTube check, my mum was like, yeah, run up them collabs, you go girl, I'm supporting you all that way. So, and obviously when I get my YouTube check, I don't always keep it for myself. Like, I actually put it into my mum or like my sisters or whatever they need before I like, you know, put it into myself and get myself some clothes and that. But yeah.
Would you say, what, are you proud of yourself?
I think I'm proud of myself for getting myself back onto the app, because I don't know if I could. The five months ago, I don't think I would have uploaded again if I didn't take that break. I don't think I would have. I think I would have just, because at one point in the break, I was actually enjoying myself, like not worrying about YouTube, not worrying about my Instagram or my Snapchat. I was gassed. I don't know. Like, I'm so grateful for what I got, but I just try not to think of myself too much like that. Like, I try to stay humble. Like,
when you think of social media, what comes to your head?
Toxic.
Really?
Toxic. It's toxic. Like, you change as a person. I don't think I'm the same person I was when I started YouTube or when I started anything. I'm not the same person. Like, I can tell myself that for free.
And what would your advice be to someone that says, "Oh, I want to start YouTube"? Or like...
it's a good asset to have, but just try and like remain the same. Don't get consumed in the fast views and the fast comments, fast likes and all that. Just try and like, of course you're gonna get consumed by it, but try not like get consumed too quick.
Yeah, let it wash you away.
Yeah, because when you get too into it, it can go as quick as it's been given. That's what I have to remember. Like, all of this can go by tomorrow, and I wouldn't even. Like, what would I do then? Always have a backup plan as well.
In terms of the relationship with the guys, yeah, how did bonding back with them? How did that come about? They've got their brands to kind of uphold.
Yeah.
So how did you mesh with the boys again?
But with the YouTube boys, like their man, that man, them. When the whole thing was going, like, there was no like friendship. They're only with probably Ronzo and Rubes. Ronzo's always been like, I've always been like a little sister to him. Like, he's always looked out for me, and he always knows that I always act on my actions. And I always act on not my actions, I act on my feelings. Yeah. So he kind of knows that. He knows me quite well. But now I'm probably
a lot closer.
A lot closer. Like, ever since that situation, we've got a lot closer. I'll be real. Like,
there's more of an understanding, maybe.
Yeah, there's more of an understanding to why I do things. I'm even close. Like, I'm close to people I didn't think I would be close with. It's that, yeah.
It's all a part of life, you know. When you don't know someone, where you don't actually sit down and say, right, like, let me actually get to know this person. It's like, you don't really care. Yeah. So, but once you actually, like, all right, let me give this person the benefit of the doubt and actually get to know them as a person. Yeah. It allows you lot to have a better understanding of one another, and yeah. So obviously, I've seen like your TikTok has like grown as well. You've got that following as well. Like, how do you deal with having, say, an average of 50,000 on nearly every platform?
Like, I don't know.
You have like over 100. Is it like over 100 or something collectively?
I don't know. Like, I try to make time for each one. So Instagram, I'll try to take as much pictures as I can. Snapchat, I post on there too. I post my memories on there. TikTok, I make sure I do TikToks every night, and leave them in the jar so I can post them. Like, you know, so I have more to post. YouTube, that's the only thing I'm slacking on right now. I'll be real, but I'm picking up videos and I'm just editing them and making sure I post them, like,
as you go.
Yeah, as I go. But yeah, it's quite hard sometimes.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
And a lot of people think that like social media is like easy, but trust me,
it's not easy, man.
Especially when you're building a platform, building a following, trying to stay consistent. You've got to edit, take pictures, all of that. It's a job. But
and it's only 7 days in a week.
Literally, people don't see it as a job.
It's a job, man. It's a job. And you have to go out to take pictures, all these people in backgrounds and all that. Like, yeah, it's quite long still. But I enjoy it sometimes.
So on your TikTok, you have the preview of a song.
When I came back to YouTube, I've always wanted to do music. Like, I started YouTube to do music, but like, I got off track with everything what happened. So I was like, nah, if I'm gonna come back to YouTube, I gotta come back and do the thing I started YouTube to do, and that was music. So All My Time, coming out soon. It's about a boy, we kind of know. He's crazy all the time, and yeah. About it.
How was the experience like going to the studio, writing the song? Like, was it easy? Was it difficult?
I'd say it was difficult because like my songs, I want people to relate to me.
Yeah.
Like I had to write about my feelings, like everything what I felt in situations, everything, like all my experiences. I had to just make sure I put it into my music. And plus, like when I was in the studio, I was a bit nervous because like my first time, so I was like, this might come out rubbish. Who might not like it?
So when you like posted it on TikTok and you saw the response,
I didn't expect that. I thought everyone was gonna say it's shit, because like you know it's me, and like, plus I wasn't like good with everyone in the YouTube.
Yeah.
Obviously, all their supporters are still hating me, so I was like, wait, people are actually liking this. Like I was shocked.
do you feel like you underestimate yourself? All of us YouTubers, yeah, we need to. The power is in our own hands. Whatever we kind of want the public to think of us is in our hands. Do you get what I mean? If something mad happens on socials, it's in your hands of how you react to it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes we forget, like we might act crazy and then we're like, oh, why does these people hate me? Or why? Do you get what I mean? So we have to deep that. If we do something and it don't work, maybe switch it up a bit. Do you get what I mean? Turn it around. And that's another thing that I've learned about social media. It's like I deep the back and forth thing. It don't work.
It don't work.
It don't work.
It don't work, man.
It don't work.
No, there's no point. Literally, you could all do that off camera, like.
Yeah, resolve it off camera. When you came back on YouTube, you did a few videos where you sat down with some of the individuals that you had disputes with, and what made you want to do that, like on camera? Because
the first one was obviously with KS, and we haven't spoke for like 2 years. So this whole thing's been going on for 2 years, and like we haven't done a video, we haven't spoke. We've just been on our own channels, just going back and forth with each other, and we just realised that it's petty. Like, what were we actually doing that for? You know what I mean? So we just decided to like sit down, say it all. Because I said to him, I'm not going to go on YouTube. I'm not going to like lie and pretend like none of this shit happened. I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to, you really know me.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk the things. Like, I'm going to tell you lot what happened, what didn't happen, when it happened. Like, so if you don't want to do that, there's no point of us even, you know, going further in the friendship. I'm not going to just talk out off camera and then we'll be cool and then not tell our supporters why we're cool and what happened. So I was like, yes, video, sit down, say everything, clear out, boom. Then Aiden, he shouted me and he was like, yeah, he wants to do a video, basically what me and Kes did. So I was like, okay, cool, we might as well do that. And then I decided to do it, like mix it, say or show it, because
just to lighten it up.
Just to lighten it up, because that was awkward. That was awkward. And then obviously Ray, I was like, yeah, let's just do the same thing me and Kes did, like, might as well. Do you feel like it's important to, like, say something happens online, do you think it's important to, like, address it publicly? I think it is, because, like, you can't do something publicly and not, like, explain why that happened and what that happened for. Do you know what I mean? That's why I always say, I always talk the things. Like, if you're not ready to talk the things, then don't go public with things. Because I'm not going to lie to my supporters to help to, like, say your name and that. Like, no. That's never been me. Off and on camera. Never been me. I'm not going to lie, watching those videos, I was like, rah, this is so mature. Like, it's mature for all of you lot. Because you lot are young. Yeah. It's a teachable moment for your subscribers as well. Because say something does happen again, they will relate it back to your part. Like, they will drag you back there again. Do you get what I mean? So it's always, I feel like it is important to, like, if something happens publicly, address it publicly in a nice and cordial way. How does it make you feel to be back in the YouTube scene with the gang and everybody's just grinding back again? I'm real. It's quite nice. I'm real. Like, obviously, for like how many months I've been seeing everyone like being together and like I'm not there, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's enjoying it. But like now I'm here, like I feel like, yeah, it's going good, like, you know, everyone's not being shady, you know, for once. Everyone's being nice, you know. So I think it's going well. I hope it stays like this though. What are your plans for 2021? Do you have any goals for this year? My goals for this year is hitting 100k. So everyone subscribe to my channel, period. Sorry, we need to hit that. And I just want to like jump right into music. Like, music right now is my main goal. Music. Do you think you're ready for that commitment? Because it's a lot of work, you know. It's a lot of long hours. It's a lot of, but like, it's a lot of voice training and all that. But I'm really excited. Like, the only thing I started YouTube for is for music. So like, I just wanna.
And you also need to remember, even with music, like your brand, like who you are, is also how your music gets pushed as well.
That's why I wanted like to relate it to myself, because obviously I've been in loads of like, you know, boy dramas, so you know half these songs can be like love songs, but some of them are gonna be like serious songs, you know, it's due me, because see I've been like low points, like depression and all that, so I want to make sure I mix it all together and just make sure people can relate to it.
So you mentioned depression. How did you deal with depression?
Okay, with me, I went therapy in it, but like I had to like open up that I actually like was depressed, like because obviously when the whole YouTube thing happened, like I don't know, I just fell into like a deep place where I didn't want to do nothing, like, I didn't want to move or wake up, and I just had to like pull myself together and think, no, like, what am I doing? I don't know, I want to wake up. And obviously I started going therapy and then like, you know, talking my emotions out, and then look, boom, back now.
Do you ever sit there and say, I want my normal life back? Is there ever a time in the last 6 months?
Sometimes, but this life is fun. It's fun.
It comes with its perks. Alright guys, that was all for this Mix Up Goddess interview with Lee Sims. Lee Sims' Instagram handle and YouTube will be in the description box below, so make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe to my channel and her channel in the description box below. She's on her road to 100k, so make sure you support the thing, check out her videos and look out for her song
all the time. It's gonna be out soon, all the time, coming out soon, just wait on it.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.